Hello, Algebra fans. Here we go for your quiz today. All right, just kind of follow along, and I think you'll do just fine. This first one, you want to find the axis of symmetry first. That's going to be what you're going to put in here, or not the axis, but the vertex point, I'm sorry. And to find the vertex point, or the axis of symmetry, you're going to use this formula that Mrs. Tress already has on here. I also want to remind you that everything is set up in ax squared plus bx plus c to help you identify your a, b, and c terms anyhow. Okay, so plug in your values for here. Remember that negative's got to go with it. So if there's a negative in your number, it's going to be two negatives there. All right, here's some place to show your work. Plot your points and show your graph. Again, I'd put this in my graphic calculator. Use the table, the second graph, to get your table, to get the rest of your values. And then your vertex point, again, is going to be right here. Okay, so once you find your axis of symmetry, all right, look at your table of values, and your axis of symmetry is going to be an x. Let's say you get 5. So just go to the table and say, okay, if x is 5, what's y? Then that's going to be your vertex point you put here. Okay, if you have questions, still please feel free to ask me. That's for the same for 1 and 2, both of them. Okay, so that's all you got to do for those. Moving on, find the product. We need to multiply. Again, I would use the box. If you like to FOIL, that's okay too. Remember, box, you would set it up like this. So I'd say like 2x plus 9, and 3x minus 5, and multiply those together. On this one, number 4, this is basically saying, okay, you get 4 times x minus 3 times x minus 3 plus 3. I would distribute this 4 first to these two terms, and then once you're going to get something different down here, and then you're still going to have x minus 3 plus 3. But go ahead and use the box then to multiply these two sets together, okay, and do like you did over in number 3. And then on the end, don't forget about adding 3 to whoever your whole number is at the end, okay? If that doesn't seem clear to you, just ask. On the back, we are factoring. Don't forget to look for a GCF. That's part of the directions that she's got written up there. Remember, the GCF is if there's a number in common. I might give you a hint here. So don't forget, we're just going to X box here. All right. So like in this first one, to kind of get you started, X box, and the A times C, which is 1 times 28. So I get a positive 28. And my B is negative 11. So I need multiplication facts that give me a positive 28, but will also make a negative 11. And then we're going to use that to start our box to factor. Remember, first box is the first term. So I'll go ahead and start this one. Last box, last term. And then you fill in the rest with your multiplication facts. And then pull out what's in common. Okay. Number 6, same thing. There is no GCF here as well. Okay, 4, 5, and 6, there's nothing you can pull out. Same with number 7. Only difference is this is perfect squares. But again, use the X box. For number 8, 3, 24, and 21, there is a GCF. Okay, it's going to be a 3. So then what's that going to make everything else after that? Your 3 terms, okay? Remember, you're just dividing by 3 basically on all 3 of your terms to get your new values, and then do the X box. Finally, you're going to solve this equation. All right. So what you have to do is do the X box, make the X, do the box, factor it out. Once you get your 2 values, let's say it's x plus 4, I'm just making this up, and x minus 1. Again, this is just pretend. So then you set it equal to 0. So then you just have 2 problems equal to 0. and you solve each one for x. Okay? That's it. You have 9 problems. Watch something again if it helps, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.